Hi, Spartan here again with another video. This time we're not doing the usual, it's not a gameplay, it's a rank list of anime. So the animes that we are seeing right now, there are about 15 of them are animes that I've watched before. These animes are the first 15 animes that I have watched in my life. So I'm just gonna rate all of them. I have watched about 112 animes in total since I started watching anime, I would say, and we're gonna rate them to see where they stand. We're going to proceed. We also have some chill music on the background to keep us calm. So the first anime that I watched, it was Naruto. So Naruto right here was my first anime that I've watched. This anime brings back a lot of memories. I would place it in Warrior Time, maybe. It's between Must Watch and Warrior Time, because this anime, it's not just because it was the first anime that I've watched, but it's also because it's a pretty good anime. It's a pretty solid anime. The only thing that holds this anime back is that there are a lot of episodes that didn't have to be there, that they were just to refill, just uses that. But even with those episodes, I think it's still an anime that everyone must watch if they have the time, of course. I mean, honestly, they don't need to watch the whole episodes of Naruto, just the ones that are needed for the story. If you do that, it shouldn't take you that much to finish the anime. So Naruto goes on must watch. The second anime that I've watched, it was, if I remember correctly, Inuyasha. So Inuyasha is one of my favorite animes. The main enemy here in Inuyasha, he resembles Orochimaru a lot, the guy from Naruto, the serpent guy, snake guy from Naruto. He resembles a lot Naruto, but I think Inuyasha came up first. So Inuyasha is not that long compared to Naruto. Even though Inuyasha is a classic anime, it's before 2000, I believe. I'm not sure, I'll have to check that. I would say Inuyasha is still, you should still watch Inuyasha. You must watch that anime. It's a pretty good anime. There is another anime right now that came out with Inuyasha's daughter and Sesomaru's daughters, which is Inuyasha's half brother, I believe, if I remember. Alright, so the third anime that I've watched, it was Evangelion. So with Evangelion, I have different feelings for this anime. When you watch, because there is so much to watch from Evangelion. There is the original series, which honestly the visuals as of now, like comparing to the animes that come up right now, they are pretty crappy. So I wouldn't recommend you watching the classic anime TV series. But I would recommend, if you've never watched Evangelion before, watch the movies. I think there are four. Yeah, there are 4 movies that is going to tell you the whole story, beginning to end. and it captures the essence of Evangelion. So Evangelion is a anime that I would say is worth your time or good enough. I'm between these two. It's not a must watch. It's not like, I don't think everyone should watch Evangelion. I think Evangelion it's worth your time. If you watch the movies, it's worth your time. If you watch the series, then no, like, it's not gonna be the original series. They are not that great, so go for the movies, then it's gonna be worth your time. Alright, so next up is, let's see, alright, next up is Pokemon. So with Pokemon, I would say I only watch this anime because I used to love it as a kid, and I always wanted to know how the series ended. But even as of now, they're still coming up with new seasons, so it has no end so far. And Pokemon, even though I love it as a child, I don't think it's a must-watch anime. Worth your time? I don't think it's worth your time. I would say watch it if you are bored. Pokemon, watch it if you are bored. It's still a solid anime for children and for people like me that love Pokemon. And I used to love the video games too. But like, competing with the new animes that are coming up and everything, with the whole animes are here, just watch it if you are bored, if you don't have anything else to watch. Alright, so let's see what we have afterwards. We're going to go for Dragon Ball. Oh, by the way, when I was talking about Naruto, I meant the whole series, okay, since he was a children. Dragon Ball. So, or Dear Dragon Ball. So Dragon Ball Z is known for mostly every human being. Even if like they're not close to anime, they still have watched Dragon Ball Z. So to understand references, to understand the anime world, you gotta watch Dragon Ball Z. But it's not a must watch. So I think Dragon Ball Z, it's worth your time. That's for sure. Dragon Ball Z is worth your time, but it's not a must watch. Alright, so let's see what we have next. Alright, so we have here Omamori Himari. I'm gonna also put the titles if you wanna search it up around some area here on the screen. Alright, so this anime is the first ecchi anime that I've watched. Alright, listen, ecchi animes, there's nothing wrong with watching ecchi animes, alright? They're pretty good. Some of them have a good story, but some of them, they're just trying to give you fan service. This one is giving you both of those, some fan service and a good story, solid story. Alright, this was one of the first ecchi animes I watched. I think this anime was good enough. I like the story behind it. The characters were pretty solid. I like the characters that were in the anime too. And overall, also the harem. thumbs up for that. Okay, next anime. It's Ranma and a half. So this anime right here, it was created by the same person that created Inuyasha, but it's not like Inuyasha, which is a hero that has to kill demons, has to kill creatures, and so on. But Ranma and a half is very entertaining. I would say Ranma and a half is war enough. The only thing that I didn't like, and I don't want to make any spoilers, is that even when you get to the end of the anime, kinda the whole plot of the anime, kinda they don't progress. I think they were thinking about coming up with newer seasons or something, and they just never progress. That's the one thing that I didn't like about that anime. I felt frustrated at the end of that anime, but it's still worth your time. Even though it's still worth your time, it made me laugh so many times. Alright, so next up we have another ecchi anime, School DxD. So everybody's gonna know who Rias Gremory is. If you don't, you gotta go search it up. And this is the anime where she comes from. I just recently finished this anime, and I gotta say I'm pleased with the end of this anime. I liked it a lot, but I think this anime is an anime that you should watch it because it's good enough. I think it's good enough. This anime, yep, it's good enough for people that like watching a badass character with a good harem. Or harem, right there. Okay, next up what we have. Dead Note. I have no words for this anime. Straight up, it's gonna go must watch. Dead Note was one of those animes that you just couldn't stop watching every single episode. You just wanted that episode to end so that you could watch the next one. Dead Note, the creators did a very good job. Some argue about the ending of the anime, but I mean, it is what it is. It was pretty good. High quality. What do we have next? Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan last season. Haven't watched it yet. Hopefully I'm dodging all the spoilers that I see in YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. This anime is a must-watch anime from what I've heard of the last season and what I've watched so far. It's a must-watch anime, definitely. We have that one. Afterwards, we have Full Metal Alchemist. So this is the original one from 2000 and 2003. We have that one in the Brotherhood right here from 2009. Alright, so this version of Full Metal Alchemist, it was definitely worth your time. This one, it was worth your time. That's my favorite anime right there. Full Metal Alchemist is my favorite anime. I really like the fact that the two characters were brothers and they were always supporting each other. All about family. Alright, so it's worth your time. The only thing that I have to say about the version 2003 version is that the ending, I'm not gonna make any spoilers. I didn't like it very much. You just gotta understand that the ending doesn't end on the anime, it ends with a movie, alright? Alright, so the Brotherhood version has a better ending. I love the Brotherhood version ending. But the fights and everything were a pleasure to watch. I would just put it next to the other one. Yeah, they were just, but they were like pretty good. But if you watch the first version and afterwards watch the Brotherhood version, then you're kind of gonna feel bored in some parts because you already know how the story goes. But I would recommend you, if you don't want to go through the hassle watching both versions, just go for the Brotherhood, alright? And if you have like any curiosity on how the Full Metal original ends, then just watch the movie with which it ends. You don't have to watch the whole anime. So another ecchi anime, we have High School of the Dead. This one, it was good enough. It was good enough because I've never thought that they were gonna add like zombies doing ecchi anime. That was the first time I saw they've done it, and it was pretty good. They have action, they have teeth, they have action, they have cars, guns, and they also have teeth. So it was pretty good. It's good enough, at least for me. And also between these two that are at the end, I don't think many people have watched these two animes. I'm sure of that. The first one is called Heroman. This anime is created, I don't know if it's created directly by Stan Lee or he just helped with the anime, he just gave the ideas of the anime. But this anime is pretty good, not just because Stan Lee made it, but I just like, even though it's like it's not like complicated stuff, it's just like your basic hero stuff. The guy has like a toy which can become a hero and he gets struck by lightning, like Shazam I would say. And then this toy like kind of doesn't have feelings and everything, man. They got like stopping invasion of aliens. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It has some surprises. I think Heroman is worth your time. That definitely is worth your time. Now the last one, Tengen, Toppa, Gurren, Lagan. I can't believe I will still remember the name. That's how good this anime is. Straight up is gonna go into the most watched anime. It's one of those animes that are just like so surprisingly, it shows you how humans can overcome any obstacle. It was just, oh, by the way, so with the Tengen, Toppa, Gurren Lagann, don't watch the whole series. You don't have to watch the whole TV series. Go through the movies. They have 2 movies that are gonna tell you they're gonna tell you the story of the whole plot of the anime, and the movies are just pretty solid. They tell you everything in the movies. They have a lot of feelings, a lot of development. The movies, go for the movies, and then you would just like, it's like the same as watching the whole anime. It was just so awesome. Well, that's pretty much for this tier list that I was doing with the animes that I've watched. This is at least my opinion, but if you have a different opinion, you can leave it on the comments. And I am hoping to do more of these videos related to anime and tier lists to see. I have watched a bunch of animes and I want to add them to this tier list in the future. So I hope you enjoyed the video and hope to see you next time. Bye.